Now that we're entering the home stretch of the presidential campaign, millions of Americans are wondering why we still aren't hearing the candidates actually talk about issues. God, we talked about, have you heard any issues from either side? I swear to God, I sat there with both of them and I'm thinking, well, for example, he's talking, okay, well, we got to do something about tariffs, right? Okay, well, if you do something about tariffs, Mr. Trump, how does that affect the economy? Does it affect consumers? You got Harris talking about, we need better education for younger children. We need all of these social issues, which we granted do, but how do you pay for it? It was this feel-good kind of message. It panders to us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But then the economists are saying, what the hell? Nobody's telling us how we're actually going to do this.
Right. We are, as honestly, the HuffPost of all places put it, we're headed to the first campaign where issues don't matter.
Yeah.
And I know some people are probably watching this maybe from either side saying, no, Trump has policies on this or Harris has policies on this. And listen, let me explain it.
Have you found them? Announce them right now if you found them, because I haven't.
What both folks have is talking points, not policy.
Yeah.
And there is a world of difference between the two, and I want people to understand that. Harris has said, yes, we have to, increase housing subsidies to get people housed.
How do you
That's
do
great.
it?
Yes, exactly. You got to have the second part of it. Trump says, we're going to put tariffs on every good coming into this country, and I'm going to deport 25 million people.
What's the result of that?
Yeah, that's going to kill the economy.
They actually have a name for it, this new thing that's developing this election cycle. It's called vibe-based politics. I want to get a vibe going. I want to say something that everybody goes, my God, that's brilliant. Oh, yes, I would love to have that too. But at the end of the day, they don't have any plan. They have zero plan. I think you could go to both sites for these people and ask, well, what's the analysis of the plan? There is no analysis.
I've done that.
Oh, you have?
I've been to both campaign websites. Last I checked, actually, Harris did not have a section on her website at all. Trump had a list of, I think, 14 or 15 talking points that you couldn't even click. They were one sentence, I want to do this, I want to do that. So nobody actually has concrete plans laid out in a policy paper that says, okay, listen, I want to increase the child tax credit to $6,000, which Harris says she wants to do, which is good. But then how do we do it?
Yeah.
Where does it come from? Where do we make up the money? There's plenty of places to make up the money.
Right.
But you've got to lay it out for us because people are going to start asking more than just, what are you going to do? But how are you going to do it?
Do you remember when Obama went on the stage and he talked about, I have a plan for health care in this country? He laid it out.
Yep.
You could go to his site and he could say, here's how I'm going to do this. It wasn't vibe politics. There was a vibe to it, but he had an explanation about it. I mean, my God, even think back to George Bush, for God's sake. That freak. He had policy ideas that were backed up with an underpinning of how he's going to accomplish it. That is not the case with either candidate right now, and it's so bad that they actually had to come up with this term, vibe-driven politics.
Well, and even with Biden, when he was running, the infrastructure bill was the big thing he was campaigning on. So they put out the specifics of the infrastructure bill. We're going to do this, that, the other thing. Here's where we're going to pay for it. Here's how we allocate.
You could go to the site and read it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Go to her site right now. Oh, you did. I'm sorry.
But it is disappointing because I'm enjoying watching this Harris surge, as everybody that watches the channel regularly knows. I'm loving this, but we're kind of at the point now where it's like, okay, let's temper down now and start to get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah, I know you get angry with me. I think it's still a sugar high. I really do. I think they're keeping her out of the light for a reason. She needs to jump back in. She needs to tell her handlers, hell no, if you don't think I can handle this, then we're going to find out. And jump in and get in front of a camera and talk like a candidate. That's just my take on it. I just think, I talked to a very good friend of mine that he's called him a lot, Jackie Ryan in South Carolina, and he says, look, if they don't put her out front, if they don't let her talk on her own without a teleprompter where she's answering questions, that he says this is going to be, she's going to win popular vote, but she's going to lose the Electoral College.
Well, I do think, I will say, first of all, the corporate media is so bad in this country, and the reason they're mad she's not talking to them is because they want the ratings. So I got no love lost for the corporate
I know,
media
you've said
bitching
that
about
before.
that.
You've said that.
But she is not like Biden in 2020 where he wasn't. She is at least still going around the country and she is talking to crowds. So she's not hiding the way that Biden kind of did in 2020. She's talking to people, which is good. So she's talking to the people that make the actual decisions, not the people who are just looking for the clicks and headlines. So she can't do it forever, obviously. A good sit-down interview, 60 minutes, something would be good.
Well, the best thing we have is Trump on the other side can't keep his mouth shut. And I mean, the guy, my God, just when you think, okay, somebody's told the goof to stay quiet for a little while. Just when and he sounds like he's quiet. The next day, it's some outrageous statement. And you go, what the hell is that about?